Hey everyone, happy Sunday. It's so weird because most of you guys, this is like your Sunday night, meaning you work tomorrow, and for me, it's my Friday night. So I'm super pumped, but maybe some of y'all have the Sunday blues. Let's go ahead and get started with the free reads. Tonight is the only night that I am offering this. I'm doing a free mini reading once we hit 25 likes for one lucky winner. So as long as you're liking the live stream, you can, what am I trying to say? You can have a chance to win. You just have to make sure that you're here once we hit the 25 likes. The faster we get the likes going, the faster I can announce a winner. Sometimes we can announce it within the first 30 minutes. Sometimes it takes longer than that. So it's really up to you guys to get us there. If for whatever reason we don't hit the 25 likes, then I won't be doing a free reading. All right, this is for Fiza. Fiza, I'm getting a no, 10 of wands. Sweet Rita. Sweet Rita, maybe. I don't have a yes or no for you. Means the decision hasn't been made. It's the Two of Pentacles. So maybe they have a choice to make here. Like, for instance, do they have time for a relationship right now because of all their other responsibilities? Rashima, I am getting a yes. 8 of wands. I am getting a yes, Amy. 10 of pentacles. Jojo, yes. Justice. Pretty in pink, yes. Queen of swords. Lala, I'm getting a no. 8 of cups or 8 of swords. Has something happened since last we spoke? Lena. I am getting a yes, Lena. Queen of wands. Ray, I'm getting a yes, Ace of swords. Yes, 3 of wands for Shar. Emmy, what are you asking me? Emmy, if you can clarify, I'm a little confused what you're asking me there. Martha. Yes, Ace of Pentacles. Rupali. I'm getting a yes, King of Swords. Hey, Lena, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Lala, I did get that donation. I'll add you to the list just a second. You're welcome, Amy. You're welcome, everyone. Hey, Ari. Lala says, I don't know what's going on, honestly. Have you guys spoken? You're welcome, Lena. You're welcome, Shar. You're welcome, Marta. Sienna, I'm getting a yes. 9 of Cups. Aria and getting a no, 8 of Cups. It doesn't mean they won't have either one. But they probably won't have both. Oops. All right. You're welcome, everyone. You're welcome, Ari. I posted the order of donations so that way everyone knows where they are on the list. I do not have a specific cutoff tonight. Today is the first night that I feel like I've been able to get on here and not have like a time that I need to be running off. So like every single it's just been weird. Wednesday I was racing against the clock. Thursday I ended up not even working even though I wanted to. I did a pre-order that night and ended up canceling my live stream. I did a pre-order off air because just like it just wasn't working out. And then Friday we had the collaboration. Yesterday was a limited stream. This is like the first night I'm here, guys, where I'm like I don't necessarily have to be off by a certain time. So, that's good news for y'all, especially because I'm taking Monday and Tuesday off work. So hopefully you guys are able to get the readings with me that you would like this evening because you won't see me again until Wednesday. Ari says, it's probably won't be blue eyes I'm wanting, but oh wow. Dark hair and blue eyes somewhat uncommon. I don't feel like I'm going to end up with a guy that has lighter colored hair, but spirit might surprise me. Maybe so. Maybe so, girl. All right. Jennifer. I have a yes. Jennifer, 9 of Cups. I agree, Ari. Dark hair and light eyes is somewhat uncommon. As far as like natural hair colors, I find a lot of people who have lighter eyes, they probably dye their hair a darker color. So yeah, I know what you're saying. You're welcome, Jennifer. We're almost halfway to a free reading giveaway tonight, guys. Make sure you're liking the live stream. 2 more minutes of the free list. If you've not had the chance to ask a yes no question and you would like to, get those in as soon as you can. Emmy, it's not really a yes no question because that's more factual. Would you like me to figure that out for you? And because I can pull up your astrological chart if you want me to. Yes no questions are more of matters of circumstance rather than fact. But I'd be happy to pull up your chart and tell you if you want me to. Yeah, you're welcome. Just email me your information and I'll send it back to you. So I need your date of birth, time of birth, and location of birth. And I can figure it out for you. Okay? All right, looks like we have some more donations coming through. Hey, Sarifa. All right, let's see. Bear with me, guys, for just a second while I get this list together. Okay, and IJ, hey IJ, welcome in. All right, so that is the order of the night. The only person that can't be skipped is James because he was a pre-order. That's the one great thing about getting your pre-orders in early before a live stream starts is that no one can skip you. Even if they pay to skip, no one can skip you. If you do not want to wait in line and you want to be bumped to the top of the list, it's $5. Once you do that, just let me know. And also, if you want to not have someone have the ability to skip over you, you can also donate $5 and hold your spot. Hey, IJ, welcome in. Sarifa says, sent my donation in case I'm not here. Just want to know what's going on. Okay, perfect. You said any advice, radio silence. Sarifa, that sounds perfect. Thanks for leaving your question with me. Fiza says it said moon signs are more relevant than sun signs, but I don't know. I think that moon signs are important and you can't eliminate that because moon signs are the way that you process emotions. It's like literally half of you. You know what I mean? So the sun sign is the way in which you identify. Your rising sign is how others perceive you. And your moon sign is the way that you process and identify your own emotions. So just like yin and yang, just like the sun and the moon, it's half of you and you have to consider both. So I don't know if it trumps, but I would say it's just as important. Okay, so James is first. Let me send him a message. We are working on James now. All right. Hey, James, we're shuffling for you. Oh, no, you're totally fine. You're totally fine. All right, love option 2 for James. Okay. So James, I'm gonna start with influences and blocks because that's standing out to me. We have the devil here. As a yes, no, it is a no, but because it's the devil, I wanted to understand a little bit more about why that card specifically showed up. So I asked, is there influences at this time? I got 2 no's that flew out of the deck. But when I asked, are there blocks? I got a maybe. So I don't know if there's like necessarily, like when I say influence, I don't know if there's something that's kind of surrounding you guys at present as that could be influencing how things are affecting your connection. I think that this is just the way that it is at the moment. But with the devil serving as a potential block, you think about attachments. You think about what's stuck to someone energetically. And when you think of it that way, and the fact that I got a maybe there's not a physical representation of a block that's happening. Like, for instance, a person is not going to be a physical block for you and your connection with Patty, but the residual, I guess, aftermath of a specific person could be there. So what I mean is, I don't think that this person, and you know who I'm talking about. I feel like there's someone here that's like the devil, and I know you know what I'm talking about. I feel like this person is not affecting her currently, in the sense of he's not a block for your connection. But I do think that whatever has happened between them, there is residual effects that are still left over that she's having to deal with. So he is not a new problem for you, but he is an old problem that's getting in the way of your connection. Hopefully that makes sense to you. I feel like there are times where Patty does want to act on impulse with you. And unfortunately, we'll say trauma. We'll just say that. Doesn't allow her to fully be liberated in that. And unfortunately, that's just something that is going to take its time. I don't think that anyone can just allow themselves to just get over something like that. This is going to take a lot of time for her. I keep hearing that word transactional. I keep going back to like transactional relationships. And I feel like this plays a huge part in her life. And I'm sorry for you both, because I feel like if we could just, I'm hearing the word lobotomize, but if we could just remove that section of her life from her psyche, like you guys would just be holding hands and running around in wildflowers. Like I just feel bad for you both, because it's basically, this issue is stopping your connection. And it sucks because, James, you don't have, I'm not going to say you don't have trauma, because I don't want to speak for you, but if you don't, then you don't. And if you do, it's not the same as hers. It's different. Maybe you already worked through it, but she hasn't. And so while you stand here ready and able, she's like, I can't do that, and I can't be that. And I think that if she followed those impulses, if she ran to you and, was affectionate with you or physical with you, she would have to stop it. And because her mind wouldn't let her go there, and she feels like she would just be disappointing you. So might as well not even do it at all. And I think that's kind of where her mindset is just like, I know that I'm maybe going to block something from happening with us, and instead of giving him the wrong idea because I want to act on impulse, I might end up just disappointing him even more, because I'm going to stop us from getting to that point. So I do feel that way with her, is that sometimes she just wants to act a certain way with you and just follow her urges, but in her mind she's saying it could never be like that, at least not right now. So it's difficult, it's complicated, and I'm just sorry for you both, because I feel like she's not able to experience what she wants to with you, and you're not able to either. And that's just a shitty place to be. So these are like some of the thoughts and feelings that are running through her mind. We have like the Knight of Wands, and then we also have the Three of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. I feel like with the Queen of Swords, as what she's showing the connection, or how she's showing up for the connection, it just indicates to me that she's making every decision and taking every action with a lot of thought, that she's just thinking through everything very deeply, and she's not going to do anything if she doesn't first think to herself, this is a good idea. It's just she's definitely removing, or trying to remove, emotion from your connection at this time. That doesn't mean that she doesn't have feelings. I want to be clear. I'm just saying that she's trying to think more logically and more practically at this time. And I feel like that does kind of spill into her intentions for you with the Page of Pentacles. Taking things slow here. Page of Pentacles talks about the beginning of we'll just say the beginning. That's what pages remind me of, is the beginning. Because each court card, like page, reminds me of like a childhood. And then we have knights, which are like teenagers, and then queens and kings as adults. And the pages reminds me just like the beginning, the very beginning. And the pages also, especially Page of Pentacles, move really slow. They're very cautious and very hesitant. And that seems like the energy of intention here is just to be very cautious and maybe like overly mentally prepared. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. She does have the Six of Cups here with intention. Remember, I said something about pages being like children. We also have the Six of Cups, and this indicates children. So you've got to think like children aren't going to jump into a relationship with someone. Children are still developing. Children are still working through things. It's not until you get to be a teenager where you're starting to explore further about yourself and about, your body and about other, so it's like kids are just innocent and they're just young and they're not worried about a relationship or anything like that. Whereas like, as you get older, you are. And so we've got to think of her almost like a, this is a weird analogy, but we got to think of her as like a child, as far as her, in terms of her being ready for a relationship, is that she's just not there. She's not developed enough to be in that place. You feel like her being that Swords energy is counterproductive. Maybe. But James, it's hard because you've never been through what she's been through. So, not to be like a hard ass, but you really don't have a right to say like what is good for her and what is not good for her in that sense, because you never experienced what she's experienced. So that's the difficult part. That's what makes it hard. Because like we can't speak to other people's experiences and how they process things. Like I do understand what you mean as far as like her thinking a lot and maybe like overly thinking and keeping herself guarded. You're thinking to yourself, well, you're just never going to let someone in. But I do think that when she can process these things and she can like put a name to what is getting to her, maybe through therapy or whatever else, then she can meet up with you on the other side. I feel she can get to the other side to be with you. So she has to be willing. It's almost like an addict, like this is so crazy because it's like, and she's not an addict, but it's like, she has to see it for herself. Like no one can make her see it. She has to realize it on her own and then be like, intentional about doing something about it. And I think for her, maybe she hasn't hit the I need to go to therapy and I need to figure my shit out part of it. She probably doesn't even know what it is that's stopping her because she doesn't have like the tools right now to figure that out. So maybe until she can like put a face to her issues or put a name to her issues or put an origin story to these things, then they won't have so much power over her. Ray, thank you for the donation. So James, that is your love option 2. But I know that you donated for 2 additional questions. Let me update the donation list. Okay. With Venus moving into Cancer tomorrow, which is her placement, as well as her Venus in Cancer. Oh wow, she has a Venus sun sign and a Venus Cancer. That's like her, she just, I feel like she wants love. I feel like she does. Like, I don't know how you can have those placements and not be like, I want to find my person. All right, let's see. So the problem that we have, James, is that her association with commitment right now is not, she does not have a good association with commitment. I think that's one of your biggest obstacles here is that when she thinks about being in a, or committing or in a committed relationship, not specifically with you per se, just in general, that does not sound appealing to her. I think she has a negative opinion of a relationship. So, and I don't know why this is so obvious. I don't know why I never thought of that before, but she does not associate committed relationships with bliss and harmony and alignment and fulfillment. She associates it more negatively. Kind of like the opposite of those things. And so when you're asking for a committed relationship or wanting that with her, you're thinking of all the good things that would come with that, and she's thinking of all the negative things that are coming with that. And the reason I can see that now so clearly is because the Ten of Pentacles and the Devil came out together. So she's saying like relationships are imprisonment. That's what it feels like to her. And when someone's associating relationships like imprisonment and suffocation and like, what's another word, of needing to be submissive and, you know, feeling feelings that are bad, I feel like she's just like, why would I want to do that to myself again? The good and bad aspect of this is that once she gets to experience a healthy relationship, she's no longer going to associate it this way. But it's not until, so it's like a catch-22. It's like until she, but unless and until she does allow herself to do that, she'll never know. And so that's where I think the therapy slash healing aspect of this connection is going to matter. As far as being in a commitment with you, I got to know. She's here with the Nine of Pentacles, still being very independent. I do feel like she'll want to see you. I feel like she'll want to spend time with you if you want that. And I feel like she's still going to continue to build a foundation with you throughout this process. But I think asking for that this year, especially with everything that's happened, it kind of shifted things for you. Which I don't like to say, but it seems like maybe the next time Venus is in Cancer, maybe we can take a look again, which I think is another year from now. But I still see her here being very guarded. And I still feel that from her, she thinks she made the right choice so far. And I think doing that this soon would just be maybe just make you happy. And I don't think that she's going to be willing to do that. Because I feel like right now she's learning a lesson in setting boundaries, which she never did before. She's learning a lesson in standing up for herself and speaking up for herself, which she never did before. So I think we have to let her go through these things and do these things because this is a part of her process. This is a part of her healing journey. And unfortunately, because you guys already know each other and you're not coming into the picture a year or two from now, you're going to have to stand on the sidelines while she goes through this. That's what it feels like to me. But I want to be clear. Never have I doubted her feelings for you. Never have I felt like you're not a future path for her and that she hasn't felt that way herself. I think we're dealing with something bigger than the two of you right now. And this is her journey right now that she's embarking on. So to answer your question flat out, I don't think so. I'm getting a no, I feel. James, okay, that sounds good. Lala, if you're here, please check in with me. James said that he's got a phone call. He wants us to take a quick break from his readings. So Lala, if you're here, we can get started for yours. I have you down for a BOGO. Venus in Cancer sounds like a Lana Del Rey type energy. Yeah, I could see that. All right, I don't think Lala is here either, so we're going to call on Sarifa. Sarifa, if you're here, you can feel free to check in. We're going to go ahead and just get shuffling here. Okay, Sarifa, this is for you. She says, in case I'm not here, I just wanted to know what's going on between Eddie and I and our connection. Hey, Sarifa. Any advice is totally appreciated. Still pretty much radio silence. Okay. What's going on between Eddie and Sarifa, please? What are Eddie's feelings for Sarifa? Will he be communicating with Sarifa anytime soon? Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, you jumped the line a bit because I was in the middle of James's reading and he had to take a phone call and said he'll come back, and then Lala was next after that and I haven't seen her. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to keep the line moving because I just don't really have the ability to wait. So we'll just have to circle back. So let's see. Eddie's intentions towards Sarifa. So they're saying you can still expect radio silence here from this person. I specifically flat out asked if you're going to hear from them anytime soon, and I got a no, 10 of Swords. I asked what the intentions are. We have the 4 of Pentacles, which talks about holding back and staying very reserved, like not being willing to talk or be vocal. They're kind of just keeping to themselves. The moon here is to keep you in the dark. What are his feelings towards Sarifa? So we have the 2 of Pentacles for his feelings towards you. So I think he's going back and forth in his mind on whether to approach you about whatever it is again or not, or to just put you in the past. You're still there though, Sarifa, because if you see the 2 of Pentacles with an intention or feelings or whatever, it indicates to me that you're still on their mind, even though they're not doing anything about it. What does he want Sarifa to do? What does he want Sarifa to do? Sarifa, you have tried reaching out to this person yourself already since everything happened, or no? I have the Devil, so you guys are still attached to each other. The energy between the 2 of you. Maybe you're deciding whether or not to just let this go. You have communicated. Okay. My poor cat. There's a fireworks going on right now, I guess for Father's Day or something, and he's so scared. What does he want Sarifa to do? This is interesting because you said that you communicated with him and he has not responded, but I'm kind of getting from him that he's wanting to hear from you like an apology, or that he was right. Like he wants to hear you say he was right, or he wants to hear you say, you know, that this, I don't know, like maybe that you've made some changes in your life and the issues that you've had won't be issues anymore. Like, I don't know, there's something here about like he's looking for you to say that something has changed. And I'm getting here with like Page of Wands perspective. So like you're seeing things differently, or I think in his mind he's thinking that if nothing has changed, then there's like nothing that he can do about that, or there's nothing that can be like, what's the point, I guess, is what he's saying in his head. What is he feeling towards her? We have third party, Queen of Pentacles. I think that he really liked you, Sarifa. I think that something is getting in the way here, and it's stopping you guys from being able to explore. He feels like his hands are tied, like there's nothing that he can do about this. Like he feels like there's nothing's going to change, then there's nothing he can do. Do you have any questions about that? What does he want changed? What does he want changed? You feel like he needs to change himself. What does he want her to change? So I have a King of Swords, a masculine energy. This could be a person in your life. The Tower. Was there any like influences over your connection? Did you have like people in your ear about this person making judgments or something like that? Because the King of Swords here talks about someone who observes, and it's the Gemini energy, so someone that talks. And then I have the Tower here, like kind of just like blow this up. So it feels like this King of Swords wasn't I'm kind of getting you said that only one was Matt. I almost feel like he wants you to clean house. Like he almost wants you to distance yourself from these other people that may have had an influence over your connection with him. Like he's saying, unless and until you stop communicating with these other people, like unless and until you stop being friends with them, this isn't going to work. And I think that's why he feels his hands are tied, and why we had this stalemate, Two of Swords, because he knows that's asking too much of you. But he feels like it's the only way this is going to work. So something makes me feel like unless your circumstances change, he, as in like you stop being friends with these people, he doesn't think it's going to work with you guys. But I also am getting from him that he wouldn't ask you to do something like that. he feels like that would also be unfair of him. So he feels like there's nothing that I can do. Sarifa, I feel like his mind is made up. I think the only thing he wants to hear from you is, I'm not friends with these people anymore, or I'm not friends with this person anymore. I don't think anything is going to change his mind. I don't think anything you can do will sway him. I literally don't think he even wants to have this conversation with you. I feel like he's saying, we are stuck in a stalemate. You can't explain, like, and it sucks, I'm sure, for you, because you're like, that's not fair though. But for him, he's like, nothing is going to change for me. Nothing has changed for me. Nothing will change for me unless I know that what has happened will never happen again. And the only way for that to happen is if you're not friends with this person anymore, or these people, whatever the situation was. He's basically saying there's no explaining that you can do that is going to change my mind here, because I do not want to put myself in that situation again. That's what it feels like. And he's saying that unless these people are gone, or this person is gone, he knows that it's just a matter of time before he's back in that place again. That's like the tough part about this whole thing. Hey Luminous, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by and supporting the channel. I am not doing free reads anymore. I am going to do a free reading giveaway tonight if we can hit 25 likes on the live stream. But as of free reads, yes, no, all of that, I'm not doing those anymore. Those closed about 40-ish minutes ago. All right, is James or Lala in the chat? Sounds good, Luminous. Thank you. I'm looking for James or Lala here. Okay. So next we have IJ. Is IJ here? So Sarifa, that's like what I'm getting. And I know that it's probably difficult to hear. It's not something that you want to hear, but I think that's his position on the subject. And I know that you feel you deserve the opportunity to explain what happened. I think from his side, whether it's fair or not, he doesn't think that anything you say will change his mind. And he might say, okay, well, that's good and all, but I still am not going to put myself in that position to experience that again. And like nothing has changed for me. So yeah. But Sarifa, thank you for stopping by. I hope if nothing else, this gave you some things to think about so that you know how to move forward with your path. IJ is here. Hey IJ, Sarifa, have a good rest of your night. IJ Bogo. I just had an unexpected conversation with NF. Aw. Well, I'm so happy to hear that. Did she reach out to you? Is that why it was unexpected? You're welcome, my love. Sarifa, have a good night, girl. All right, how did NF feel about that, please? How did NF feel about that? Ooh, 2 of Cups. You're good, Lala. We're going to come back to you in just a little bit. Lala, if you want, because I know I have you down for a BOGO, you can leave your questions with me. Because if for whatever reason you're not here, I can still do it for you. But if you prefer to, wait and not post it just yet, that's okay as well. I just wanted to make sure because sometimes people will donate and I'll wait and then I don't have their questions. And sometimes I'm like, well, I gotta go. You're not here. I'm sorry. And then I like sign off. And then they're sad because then they have to wait till the next time I'm live to get their reading. So it's up to you. If you don't think you'll have issues anymore with your phone, then just stick around and I'm going to come right back to you here in a few minutes, okay? All right. You said she did. It was an unexpected reply. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I have the 2 of Cups. I also have the Strength card in reverse. So this is she's feeling good. I do feel like I don't know why I'm getting the word perfect. Thank you, Lala. I'm getting the word like vulnerability or maybe opening up a little bit. Maybe putting yourself out there. There's like a level of risk when you do something like that. And the 2 of Cups here indicates that this was like a really good conversation. She enjoyed it. However it went or whatever was discussed, she was happy to make like that touchstone with you, to like have that interaction with you made her feel good. How is she feeling? Something about what you did made her feel appreciated. I'm not sure if you gave her a compliment maybe while you had the opportunity to like say something nice about her or something, but she's feeling good. She's feeling appreciated or complimented here. Queen of Pentacles. We have a wise man, King of Swords. So I don't know. You see her, IJ. I feel like maybe. Well, here's the thing. King of Swords is the type of person that offers really good advice. And I'm not necessarily getting that you did that for her, but I feel like she likes that she can talk to you or confide in you if she wants to. She likes having that. And so what I'm hearing is that I guess because there have been some time in between since you guys had communicated with each other, and she's touching base with you again is like reminding her or reaffirming her, I should say, reaffirming that all is well between you guys. Because sometimes when you spend some time apart, you never really know where you stand. And just getting that touchstone, like I said, just getting that ability to touch base with you guys, with each other, and just get that reassurance or that encouragement that she needed. And to also know that you guys are still cool with each other, you guys are still good and on good terms, made her feel good. I told her I genuinely appreciated her mind and that she gives me interesting food for thought. There was some time between the last convo. Yeah. So, like, you know how sometimes you can get in your head, like, if you go a long time without talking to someone, you can kind of get in your head about what they think about you, or, do they still think the same way, and all this stuff. And you can get yourself all confused in your head. And I feel like for her, it was just really nice to interact with you again, to remind herself and reaffirm that you guys are still in the same place that you left off at last time. And that interaction just felt really good to her because it like brought everything to the present moment. So now she gets to ride that energetic high or that wave of conversation, over the next couple of days. And that feels really nice to have that like recent interaction with one another. Did you have any follow up to that question specifically? She's like, it was really good talking. Like, it was good to touch base. I don't know if saying the word catch up sounds right. Like, it was really good to catch up because I don't really know, like, if this conversation was something that lasted a long time. It doesn't feel like that to me, but she was saying it was nice touching base. Oh, I got the deck and I got the 10 of cups here. So she's very happy about this. This made her feel really good. Let's put a little pep in her step. She's saying progress. 6 of Swords. She's felt progress in this conversation. She felt like you guys were taking like another step forward. Stepping stone. I was hearing touchstone earlier. Now I'm hearing stepping stone. Did this make her feel better? You said it wasn't a long convo, but felt impactful. Did this help her feel better? I do feel that I got that, yeah. Earlier, this helped her feel better. She felt acknowledged and appreciated and seen by you. Did this help her feel better? She's got the devil attached to her energy right now, so that makes me feel like this was a bright spot in her day and otherwise like very frustrating times. I asked if you helped her feel better and I got a yes. The 4 of Wands. She says reunion or coming home. So this felt like a virtual hug to her. And it felt like you were very welcoming to her as well. Like I don't think it caught her off guard or surprised her per se, because I think you're genuinely like a really nice person. But I think that she was a little bit like excited when she saw how welcoming you were to the conversation. Like how when she, I guess, responded to you or replied or whatever, like how you were engaging in the conversation, that felt like very welcoming to her, and I think that she appreciated that as well. This 4 Wands also talks about like community or family, and I'm hearing the word support. So I think that she found support from you. Maybe felt like you guys are family, not like, oh, I love you like a brother, but just felt like you guys were close or something. Hey, Stacy. Yes, you can. That's right. The devil, the Capricorn. And she's letting she's getting the best of herself, basically. Yes, you can donate. Okay. So, IJ, if you want to post your next question, I'm ready for you. Oh, yeah. That's so true. Absolutely. I'm going to post the updated donation list right now so that way everyone knows where they are on the list. It's a little funky because James didn't finish his reading and Lala came back in from not being here. So it's a little weird. But I was able to narrow it down a bit. So that is the current updated list right now. I like this question, IJ. I asked this question for Sarifa. Like, what does she want you to do? Because like sometimes you need to ask like, what does this person want from you? Or what does this person want you to do? And it's interesting because I never asked that question. No one ever allows me to ask that question. So when I asked it for Sarifa, I was like, why don't people do this more often? And be like, what is this person expecting of me? It's like, you always want to know what their intentions are and what their feelings are. But like, it also gives you good insight to know what they want from you, because that helps put things into perspective as well. What do they want from me, or what do they want me to do? Um, it's just such a deep question and I like it. And so when I was doing it for Zarif, I was like, why don't I do this more often? This is so weird, but every time I get on here, I get hungry, girl. No, I literally just ate shepherd's pie like 2 hours ago and I'm already getting hungry again. This is craziness. That's what happens to me. Some readers will say that they get tired, or some readers will say that they get thirsty. I'm the type of reader that gets hungry. Thank you, Stacy. I'll add you to the list in a second. It's a good question. All right. What does she want from IJ to do? What does she want him to do going forward? So she doesn't want you to carry her burden. That's important to her. She likes that you give her access to you when she needs support or guidance, but she doesn't want you to feel that you have to carry her burden. It's very clear to me that this is hers and hers alone, and she doesn't want you to feel that way. I think she likes your nurturing side and she wants you to continue that. We have the Queen of Pentacles. She likes feeling comforted by you, so continue that. We have the Seven of Cups, so she's saying you got to be patient with me. I feel also she's saying keep working on yourself while I work on myself. Keep working on yourself. I think too she doesn't want you to close yourself selflessly. She doesn't want you to close yourself off to other people and wait for her, because she feels like that's a selfish thing to ask of you, even though when she says that, it makes her feel uncomfortable to say that. So realistically, she doesn't want you to be with other people, but she's selflessly saying, don't hold yourself off for me because I can't ask you to do something like that. So she's got a really good heart. You're flirty with her, IJ. You're flirty. I didn't see this. This is like a card up your sleeve, but you kind of make comments to her, I feel, that are like very playful and flirty, and they probably catch her off guard. She likes that about you. So if there's anything you say that seems unexpected, like you know what you're doing, but maybe people wouldn't normally expect something like that from you. I think she likes that aspect of you because it makes you feel mysterious. It makes you feel like, because normally I feel, IJ, you're always very like conservative and respectful and whatever. So when your like playful, flirty side comes out, it makes her feel special. It makes her feel like, oh, this is not a side that everyone else gets to see. So continue to show her the parts of you that you keep more closer to chest. So the parts of you that you don't necessarily just share with anyone, keep letting her in on those things because I think she likes that part of it. You said she's saying some stuff she doesn't even believe herself, right? I definitely said something to her like that tonight. Yeah, that makes her blush. It makes her feel special. Oh, we have the Ace of Cups. So she likes that you're able to express yourself well. I think a adjective that she would give to you is emotionally intelligent and emotionally available. And I think that that sets you apart from a lot of other people, especially other men for her. Yeah, so it's funny because I want to go back to when you had said she's saying some stuff she doesn't even believe herself because the Ten of Swords here, we'll say, because even though it's a very intense word, we're just going to use it because I'm not a thesaurus, but I'm hearing the word betrayal. So if she were to see you with someone else, she would feel very disappointed about this. I'm not saying that she would say, "You're betraying me," because she's not giving anything to you to betray, but I feel like this would be very, very disappointing to her. And she's saying that she would prefer if you stay single. I have the Nine of Pentacles, independent energy. I think she's like, here's the thing, IJ. If you entertain other people, as long as she knows it's not serious, I think she can handle that. But I think that she worries about you entering in a connection with someone that you take seriously, because then when she finally feels she's ready, Nine of Pentacles, when she finally feels like she's at that place that she's been working so hard to get to, and you're not available anymore, you're off the market, I think to her that would just be the biggest loss. So I think she's saying, like, feel free to date, feel free to, like, whatever, but don't get serious with anyone, please. Like, that's what I feel like she's saying. So that's that's what I've got, IJ. That is what I've got for you. You have no interest in going anywhere. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. So Lala, you can post your questions if you're ready. IJ, that is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed your readings with me tonight. Let's update the donation list. In her mind, that cap energy is showing I'm hers. Yes, 100%. 100. You're welcome. Thank you, IJ. Thanks again. You're welcome. Okay, so we have a BOGO for Lala. Why do I feel I need to pull back my energy from getting in intuitively? Oh, is that the phone call that you got, Lala? Why does Lala feel the need to pull back her energy from Gideon? Ooh, intuitively, and I got the High Priestess. It doesn't sit well with your soul, Lala. It's not who you are to hang on someone else's like decisions or to hang. Oh no, were you able to call him back? Um it doesn't rest well with your soul or sit well with you to hang on someone else's choices, decisions. Like, the reason why you feel the need to pull back your energy from Gideon is, one, I think you're trying to protect yourself. I think that intuitively you're not seeing this go in a favorable direction, and you're thinking, maybe I should just pull back from this as a way of self-preservation and self-protection. But I also feel like the whole, like, it's not sitting well with you to be waiting on someone else. You are not a damsel in distress that needs to be rescued by someone else. You are your own person, and you're not right. No, I understand. You're saying energetically pull back. Is if I'm wrong in that, tell me. But I read that question as you saying like energetically pulling back, not physically. Um, and I feel like you're not the type of person to just like wait on someone else. And so it's not sitting right with you that you've been doing this to yourself for however long, because you feel like, I don't know. So I have the King of Wands here, and this talks about someone who is decisive, someone who's in charge, someone who has the power. Did you let that go? Because you allowed this person to be the one that's making the decisions, and you're just hoping for the best is the question. And it feels like, so I feel like those are the two main things. Is one, you would energetically pull back to kind of give yourself back some of that power. And when I say power, I don't mean control. I just mean feeling like you're not allowing someone to make 100% of the decisions for your connection. Also, I'm having deja vu right now, which is really weird. So I do think that I'm onto something here with what I'm saying. I also feel secondarily that you may be energetically pulling back because you are trying to prepare for the worst mentally and emotionally. And you're probably thinking to yourself, like, if it goes my way, great. And if not, I need to make sure that I'm not continuing to give to this when I'm not seeing that it's being returned the way that I'm sending it. You said, I also know I have control issues, and I've been told by spirit firmly to relax. Yeah, to be patient. I know I lack that thing called patience. It's hard, it's difficult, but I think that's those are the two reasons why, because you don't know if he's going to return to you. I have Six of Cups and Nine of Swords here, and Six of Cups is reunion, and Nine of Swords is the anxiety that surrounds this of not knowing and the uncertainty. So it would make sense that you would feel the need to pull back energetically, because otherwise it's just torture. Why put myself through that all the time? Like, at first it might be easier to do because it's new and it's fresh, and it may feel better to think like, oh, it's going to work out. But the longer time goes on, the more time that passes, you start to wonder, kind of like what I was telling IJ before about, like, you can get a lot in your head if a lot of time goes by without really getting answers. So I think that can make things feel harder. And that can make you question more. You said he keeps saying he wants to, but I also know the difference between intentions and actions. Yep, you're right. You're right about that. And I think for you, Lala, correct me if I'm wrong, but your body knows that you don't always get the actions from Gideon that you want. So you continue to like get your hopes up and he doesn't come through in full. I'm not saying he doesn't come through at all because I know that, you guys have something special. So I'm not trying to like say anything against that. But I think that sometimes you want it to be a certain way and he doesn't come through in that way. And so it's like you feel maybe like everything's underwhelming. Like nothing is, every time you go, you have this like idea or expectation of what's going to happen, and then it underwhelms you because he doesn't come through in full. And so for you, you're like, it's one thing to tell me, Gideon, it's one thing to say this, but I need to see it, I need to feel it, I need to know it. And I think you're having a hard time believing him these days, or trusting that he will put his money where his mouth is. So I think that's where I'm going to leave that one, but let's go ahead and look into your second question. How did Gideon feel talking to Lala tonight? I just know once I redirect my energy, I won't go back and he will be highly disappointed. I just haven't quite mastered that type of balance. You've been feeling sick to your stomach, Lala. I'm like, that stomach drop feeling where you're like nauseous, kind of like, have you been eating? I don't know. I'm just picking up on that kind of energy on you right now. He seemed light, but I can tell in his eyes that mentally he's heavy. Oh, it was a FaceTime. How's Gideon feeling talking to Lala tonight? So I can say he doesn't like being apart from you, Lala. This is a man of few words. This is a man of few words. The fact that he was like making a point to have a conversation with you today is was more for you than it was for him. And I think that you should take that as a act of love. That's what he's saying. He's saying, I know you needed this. I know you needed this. For me, it's hard because I know that there's going to be tough questions that I know you're going to want answers to. And so I would rather avoid it. But I know you needed this, and I know you need these check-ins and these calls that I'm giving to you. And so this is for you. And so, Lala, I think you take this call as an act of love from him, because I don't think he's saying this wasn't for me, this was for you. You said, girl, I've had panic attacks with this damn separation. I'm so sorry. I know what you mean. I almost had a panic attack yesterday. It's like, it almost feels like your chest is like caving in from like this imaginary weight, and you start feeling like, if I don't find a way to release this, I'm going to like die. This is what it feels like. Liza said, so checking upon my birth chart now, I just see that I have Venus in Cancer. No wonder I'm attracted to LDR's energy, music. I know she is a Cancer sign, but that's it. Oh, that's so funny. I wonder how much that is like it, how much that affects us, because if someone is a sun sign and what your Venus is, maybe you're more attracted to their kind of music. I mean, you might be onto something. Yeah, that's his love language, to show up for me. It's what I love about him, actually. He's not a man of emotions. No, he's not. And he's having a hard time being separated from you. I have the Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. So even though he's walked away, he's saying, you're here with me. You're on my mind. Ray. I'm going to post the list really quickly here. Okay, we did IJ. We are almost done with Lala, so I'm just going to take her off. So Ray, if James does not come back to finish his pre-order before your turn, then you will be next. If James comes back, then there will just be one before you. All right. How did Gideon feel talking to her tonight? Five of Pentacles. He's saying he misses you, Lala. Did he actually tell you that? He's saying that he feels so far away. I don't think he is desiring a distance from you, period, point blank. This is not what he wants. He wants to be closer to you. I think that he feels it's easier for your connection, especially with his, we'll say, characteristics of not being a man of emotions. It's easier for him to be in your physical presence and maintain a relationship with you than being at a distance. Not to mention, he just misses you in general. But at least he's saying, when I'm in person with you, I can put my arm around you. I can, you can cuddle up next to me. We can do things together, and that will fill your cup. But when I'm far away, the only thing that we can rely on is my words, and that's hard for me. Do you know what I mean? He said that's wild. He's very he's very touchy feely. So, um, let me see kind of what he's thinking now that the phone call is done. But these are the thoughts that he had while on the phone with you, and also like maybe just before he called. But let's see where his head is at after the phone call. Lala, yes, I'm the same. I'm the same way. Getting words out of my husband is not easy. It's not easy. Like, if I can get him in the habit of it, if I can say, like, tell me I'm pretty every single day, if I can get him in the habit of it, then he'll do it because he's a very habitual person. But when I want, like, a spontaneous, you look so good, that's probably happened 10 times in our entire relationship. So, like, once a year, that doesn't sound like a lot. Maybe less than that. So, but I also know through his physical actions and things like that he is attracted to me. So I just have to like take what he gives me because we just don't speak the same languages. Luckily, we like to give and receive through acts of service. It's like the only thing we're in alignment about. So that does help our connection. All right. So now that they've finished the phone call, how is Gideon feeling? Okay. So I wouldn't say he's like over the moon, overjoyed, excited, and full of enthusiasm, but I think he thinks the call went okay. I don't know, maybe he was making something up in his head, maybe feeling like maybe expecting things to be like more, I don't know. I feel like he was expecting the worst or something. Like he's saying like the conversation went well. He made me feel so much better about Gideon and potential connection. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. It went well. It did. The feelings is mutual. He's saying right now, he's getting off the call with you saying, I can't continue to put her through this. I have to figure this out as quickly as possible. So I feel like he got off the call feeling even more motivated to focus on like what he has to do or what the next steps are going to be. How did he get off the call? I think he got off the call feeling good, to be honest. We have the Page of Wands, good news, optimistic, faithfulness. Maybe he feels like this call reestablished your connection and made him feel like things aren't... I mean, granted, they're not good, Lala. I know they're not good. When I say better than anticipated, I don't mean everything's great. And I don't want you to feel like he's downplaying how you're feeling about this when I say this. But I'm saying the call itself, I think that he felt it went either as well as expected or like better than that. I think truth be told, he was probably a little bit anxious and worried that this call could go south, that this call could create even more friction between you guys. And I think that he was pleasantly surprised and happy that this went good. He feels like this was a victory, this conversation. He feels like this went over well. He said he tends to paint me more dramatically than I actually am. So that's what you're picking up on. Okay, got you. For you, it went a lot better than expected. Okay, perfect. Wow, I'm so happy. Because I was nervous that I wasn't picking up the energy correctly with your first question. Because I was like, oh, maybe the call didn't go well. Because the way that her first question looks, it almost seems like the call didn't go well. So when I was shuffling and it looked like things were going better than what I originally thought, then I was like, am I completely off base? So I'm glad that I followed my intuition on that and read the energy properly. All right, Lala. So that is what I have for you. I'm calling on James to see if James is back in here yet. Okay, so he said he's still on a phone call. So, Ray, you are next. Lala said, no, you're on point. I asked about pulling back to prevent self-sabotaging. Yes, Lala, that is definitely it, because when we self-sabotage, we're doing it to protect ourselves, right? And that is what I picked up on. So, um, I didn't hear from spirit that you should do that. I didn't hear from spirit that that should be something that you um you know take action on, but I know that you wanted to understand your feelings, and that is what I was getting was you're having to be you're acting out of character because of the situation. You're having to be patient when you like control. You're having to wait on someone else when you like to be the ones making the decisions. And so it's like putting you out of your comfort zone, the situation. And that's essentially why you're feeling the need to pull back energetically, because it's just not, it doesn't feel good to you. It doesn't feel comfortable to you to do this. But sometimes when it comes to love, we have to do things that we're uncomfortable with. And in the end, it does pay off. So I think we have to discern between our intuition and between our ego as well. And so if he's giving to you what he can, then I think that try to look at that as acts of love, and don't make hasty or impulsive decisions that you'll end up regretting later, is basically what I feel spirit is saying. I really needed to heal. You put the words perfectly. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. I always love having you in here. Thank you so much for your donations tonight. It's always fun reading for people like you. I love like saying what I'm feeling, and you're just like, totally, totally. That makes sense. That resonates. Because, and I don't need everybody to be like, yes, ma'am, kind of people. Everyone's different. But reading for people like you, I love all the emojis that come through. I love that you take what I have to say to heart, because I feel like that's my purpose. And hopefully, like you said earlier, but hopefully you continue to walk away from my readings feeling good, because that's what it's all about. All right, so this is for Ray. Thanks. Big Saggy energy. Wait, are you Sag, Lala? Is that what you're saying? Why can't I try so hard to remember everyone's sun signs, and I have such a hard time doing that. I don't have very good short-term memory. Fun fact, they say short-term memory is associated with childhood trauma. So if you had childhood trauma, you probably don't have a good short-term memory. Why is Jay hinting at hanging out with Ray again? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I love it. I love it. I need the emojis. It makes me feel good. Thanks again, Lala. Why is Jay hinting at hanging out with Ray again? Okay, so Ray, Spirit is saying you know, Ray, you know. We have here High Priestess. So your initial impressions when Jay said that he wants to hang out or hinting to hanging out with you, your initial impressions that as soon as that was suggested to you, what you felt in that moment, that is exactly what it is. I also have the Two of Cups here. So either he is trying to hook up with you romantically or he is trying to play the matchmaker. So please tell me, Ray, what your first impressions were. Do you think Jay is interested in you? Because I feel like that could be being acknowledged here. If that sounds completely way off base to you, there is some type of romantic element here. So a secondary indication would be that he is trying to see if he can play matchmaker for you with someone else. But their bottom line, Two of Cups, that has to do with dating, relationships, partnerships, romantic interest, that sort of thing. Why is Jay hinting at hanging out with Ray? We have Three of Cups, third party. Would either of those things make sense to you? You didn't know what to think. So I feel like he wants to clear the air as well. We have the Three of Cups. So he's saying he wants to, you know, like when someone goes out to drink with someone and they say cheers, or they like say a little toast and then they cheer something. I feel like I'm hearing spirit. So I think it's like, I want to be in good spirit with you. Like, I want to cheers to you. I want to celebrate with you. I want to have a good time with you. Maybe trying to make amends, clear the air if something happened. Or like maybe get back in your good graces is another thing. Another thing is that spirits can also be perceived as alcohol, and we have the Three of Cups. So the implication of hanging out with you could be over drinks, or it could be where there's something recreational that you guys are doing together in a similar fashion. I don't think he wants me maybe for a friend, but he never even acknowledged knowing that he knows him. Wait, what? Maybe for a friend, but he never even acknowledged knowing that he knows him. Why is Jay hinting at hanging out with Ray? I feel like he's got something up his sleeve, Ray. I am getting forgiveness and clarity. We have the Judgment card, but I feel like he's got some type of ulterior motive that he does not want you to know about. This could be just him wanting to hook you up with someone, hook you up with a friend. Again, the third party energy is here in Seven of Swords. Usually when you're playing matchmaker, you kind of like don't want those people to know, because you kind of want things to happen organically. When you tell them, it can feel like a lot of pressure. So maybe he's just trying to see if he can play Cupid, potentially. He doesn't know that I know he's friends with the other man, or at least he never brings it up. Okay, got you. Yeah, so those are like the main things I'm getting, Ray, is either this man is interested in you, which it doesn't sound like that resonates, then the only other option would be that he's trying to play Cupid and hook you up with someone else. I think that there is an undertone here, though, of trying to make amends with you or clear the air with you. The judgment card is saying, can we just put the past in the past and move forward? And then Three Cups is like breaking bread. I don't know if you know that expression, but when you break bread with someone, it's like you are saying we're in each other's good graces again. You know, we can share a meal, we can share a drink. We are okay. Nothing is awkward or weird anymore. So I think that there's kind of like those themes surrounding this intention. Did you have follow up to this question? You said, yep, I know what that means. But after he clears the air, he has an ulterior motive. Yes. And that is where the matchmaking comes into play. So it feels like to me, he's going to be bringing a friend. Like he might ask you to hang out. And maybe the first time it's just you and him, but it's feeling like to me Two of Cups is a motivation here. And as we all know, Two of Cups is like being a good match or dating or like getting to know someone or whatever. That's kind of like King or Knight of Cups, but I'm not going to get too deep into that. But to me it feels like he might be trying to make a love match. Okay, does he believe Ray when she says she's going home? Does he believe Ray when she says she's going? Yep, he does. He's showing a yes here, 9 of Pentacles. So to me that feels like she's going to go do her own thing. She's serious. She's saying what she's saying and I believe her. Maybe I don't know why, but when I saw this card I got like spending time alone, like you would be leaving to go do something on your own, like read a book, make some dinner, take a bubble bath, that kind of thing. Like that's what he was putting in my mind. So I think that when you say you're going home, he believes you, and then he takes it a step further, like what is she going to go do? What is she going to do at home? And I know to me what I'm saying also doesn't really make sense, but um that's just I have to go off of impressions when I'm doing readings, like what information is coming through and then relay it to you so that together we can try to make sense of this. It sounds like he's just nosy. Yeah, yeah, you're probably right. You're welcome. Oh my gosh, you're so welcome. Thank you, Ray, for stopping in. Okay, so we did Lala. Where are we at here? We are actually not doing free reads anymore. That ended a couple hours ago. I am still entertaining the idea of doing a free reading giveaway. If you look at the scrolling banner on the screen, once I hit 25 likes, I'll do a free reading giveaway. However, if we don't hit 25 likes before I get off of here, then that will just be forfeited. So make sure you like whoever's in here, make sure you guys are liking the stream. And I hope that for one lucky winner in here, we are able to do that. But that is the only thing left that I'm offering for the night for free. So next up, I have Stacy. Stacy, if you're here, if you want to check in with me, I have you down for a mini reading. Okay, Amy. Oh, Stacy, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's tough, That's a tough place to be. I always feel like I have to plan my vacations like 6 months out to not feel that way. So that way everything's booked and that's taken care of. So then when I go and I'm like doing spending money, I don't feel as stressed. I'm like, oh, I spent money months ago for the trip. So now this is just spending money because I don't ever want to feel that way. But it's tough sometimes because there's things you can't predict that are going to happen. And coming back, especially if you didn't get paid while you're gone. I mean, there's all these things, like that's a really uncomfortable place to be in. I'm sorry that you're feeling that way. It was still tight, yeah. Well, and that's not your only expense, right? Like you have other expenses, like we're all adults here. We've got bills and whatever else. So it makes it hard. All right, let's see. And then sometimes like if you're going places, I mean, I'm just shooting shit right now, but sometimes you go places and other people want to go to like more expensive places than what you had in mind. So then you think you're budgeting for one thing and then you end up spending like double what you planned. It's tough. Okay. So how will this next month be for Stacy financially? How will this next month be for Stacy financially? Do you have a savings account, Stacy? This is the Two of Pentacles. It's literally what you're going through right now, ups and downs. When it comes to money, profits and losses, income coming in and income going out. Financial decisions, financial stress. It's also talking about transferring money maybe from like one account to the next, like from savings into checking. It's requiring you to adapt and be flexible. Maybe you're just going to have to tighten the purse strings till you can come back from this. Maybe forego some luxuries that you typically have or do. I think next month you do okay, but I think that you're still trying to bounce back from this next month. There were a few things that happened that were unexpected. I have a feeling it's going to be coming in and going out. Yeah, that's what I'm getting for you, Stacy. So it's like some days next month you feel good because you're like, oh, I've got a little cushion in there. And then you're like, oh, crap, like this is due or I've got to do this. And, so I feel like it's like that's where the stress is going to be at, where you think you're getting ahead and then some things are coming out. So I think next month is more like just a way for you to try to bounce back from what happened. What is next month? Where are we? June, July. I think maybe you start feeling more ease back in August potentially. That's kind of what I'm getting. I think next month is more like balancing the scales. It's more like coming back from a vacation and trying to catch up or something. Yeah, definitely. It's still coming through for you. Like I said, we're getting profits and then losses. So you are making money. It's coming through for you. I don't know how much putting money aside you're going to be able to do, but I don't think you're going to be like going into debt, if that makes sense. It's just one of those like uncomfortable parts of life. Thanks, Amy. What is this next month going to be like for Stacy financially? Will she be able to pay everything that she needs to pay? I am getting a yes, Page of Cups. You might get some unexpected money as well. I have the Page of Cups, which says believe in the impossible. And sometimes this is like gifts from the heavens. And then I also, as I was saying, that I had these Six of Pentacles. So I feel like people might be giving you some money. So you might get some refund checks from something, from like your insurance, your health insurance, or your car insurance. You might have a friend or family member that gifts you some extra money, maybe some extra sales, or whatever form, extra bonuses or something like that. Whatever it is, I don't know how you get paid, so I'm just throwing stuff out there. But I am getting like you'll be blessed, like you'll be able to get by. You'll be able to get through this. It'll be okay. Give me another question, Stacy, about this. I think that all you really can do is your call to action. So, like you said, getting a part-time job, not spending frivolously, not going and doing things that you typically would do. Like, I know some people who get massages and get their nails done and get their hair done every single month, and they never waver from that. Maybe if there's a luxury like that, you might have to go without that, or you might have to purchase groceries that are not brand name and maybe store brand. Like you might have to downgrade some of your subscriptions, like, or put it on pause. Like, get creative with these things, but I feel like it's going to work out for you. It will balance itself out. That is definitely a theme of your reading here, is the Two of Pentacles, balancing yourself out. It'll be fine. It may still feel kind of stressy for the next couple of weeks, but I think by like August, you should start feeling like you can breathe again. Okay. She just signed up for a part-time job tonight on top of the other jobs she has. How will that go for her? How will that go for her? How will that go for her? They're saying this was the best decision that you could have made for yourself right now, but I don't think this is something that you're going to have for a long time. I think the second that you're able to let it go and drop it, you will. I don't think 3 jobs is the way for you. So they're saying that it's good right now. Queen of Swords, good decision right now. But I think that as soon as you're able to like make it fall away, like if you're like, okay, I can get by without this thing, then you're dropping it. I just don't see you keeping this for a long time. And I don't know, maybe you'll like this job because I do have the Page of Cups, so maybe it's another job that you want to let go of potentially, but I just don't think 3 jobs is is the route for you. There are some coworkers I think you like, and they are saying this is setting you up better financially. So that is what I've got for you, Stacy. How are you and your boo? Are you guys doing okay? You said, yeah, it's short term. Okay, good. I'm glad I was picking up on that correctly. Amy says, yeah, for a hot sec, I would shop at the dollar store a lot for simple, small things. It really helps. Yeah. We were doing Aldi trips every week, or like every other week. And that was really helping too because Aldi has great prices and good quality. And so I would do like a Aldi trip, Walmart trip, and on the East Coast we have Food Lion. So I would do all three because like I would have like a big order of stuff that I need to get from all these places, and I shop sales and all of that. So I would need to hit multiple places in one day, but I would spend like 250 to 300 and that would last 2 weeks. And that always felt so good to me because even though it was a lot at one time, it was like that's unheard of. You know, people are going every couple of days spending $100 at the grocery store. So to know that I could make a lot of meals and that it would spread that far was like a big deal. And I'm not just talking about for me by myself, but also for my husband. So it was a good deal. So sometimes you just have to shop sales and forego some luxuries, but you're gonna be fine, Stacey. Don't stress too much, girl. I know it's easier said than done, but you're gonna make it through. Thank you. We're doing better. We have found a counselor and have our first session this week. Oh, I'm so happy, Stacy. Oh, I love that. I love a happy ending. Well, you have a great rest of your night, Stacy. Thank you for stopping in. I do, Stacy, want to say I do see someone helping you out and giving you some money. Like if you're really up against it and you need some help, I see someone special in your life wanting to help you out. So just know that you can lean on people too if you need to. I know that you probably don't want to. You're probably the type of person that doesn't want to do that. But if you feel like you're in a pinch, there are people in your life that support you and want to help. Aldi is real nice. I wish I bought Aldi and dollar stores a lot. Yeah, especially because where I'm at, Aldi and the dollar store are right next to each other. So that's always really convenient when they're in the same shopping center. So, Amy, I know that I have James on the list right now, but you're welcome, Stacy. Have a good night. He is on the phone right now, so he has to come back and claim his last reading, but he is not able to do that at this second. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with you, Amy. And you're lucky because you basically didn't have to wait at all tonight. So congratulations on that one. That's just like not normal. Normally there's a long wait. I don't know if we're going to get to the giveaway tonight. It looks like it's kind of slowing down. Okay, Amy. So for context, sometimes I'll join my little brother and his friends' Discord gaming calls and streams and just kind of chill and talk with all of them. Do you play? I remember, well, my husband, he loves gaming too. He doesn't do like all the calls and whatever. He doesn't talk, but I remember one time I was like, teach me. So I sat on his lap and he was like, this is what you do. Push this button, then push that button, push this button. And I was like, nah, nah. Where's my Donkey Kong? Where's my Yoshi? Mario Kart? Like, that's the kind of gaming that I do. Don't send me into an open world because I will probably kill myself before anyone else. And the funny part is, though, he said I actually did really good. Like, I didn't do well myself, but he's saying that as long as I lasted without getting killed, he said that he was really surprised because he thought I was going to get killed like right away. But I'm not good. I'm not good at. I think that was probably PUBG or something. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, no, it doesn't work for me. So you said, could we see more into my little broadcast friend Jacob in regards to his thoughts and feelings towards me? I don't know if it's just a boy thing, but he kept bullying me so much in our call. Oh dear. You do game a little, or you just watch the boys game Little Brothers. Oh my god, Luna. I'm like, do not send me into an open world because like I'm gonna kill my teammate. A mood though, I'm sure of wholesome games. Yeah, like that's how I feel. Like I like to play stuff like that. Like no. But I do like watching him. The Red Dead is like one of my favorite games to watch because I like the sounds, the music. Like it just kind of feels like I've just time portaled into an old western with saloons and little horses winning, and it's just very relaxing to me when he plays Red Dead. But I think he won that game probably a year or two ago or whatever, so he doesn't play it anymore. But I like games that feel watching the games he plays that are like relaxing and have good music. But outside of that, no. Donkey Kong, Mario Kart, Yoshi, whatever. There's like a Mario Party, I think. I like that one as well. Like the old school stuff. Little brother's friend Jacob. Okay. You love Mario Party? Yeah. I like stuff like that. That's for me. I think getting a Nintendo Switch would probably be a good thing for us. But but Brennan doesn't really play games like that. Unless it's all of us together, like unless it's my whole family. But he plays like other stuff, more like cool adult games. I'm like, where's the kid games at? That's what I want to do. Those are fun for me. All right. Let's get to business here. Yeah, I used to like the Wii a lot. I used to play what was it? Rock Band. I used to play the drums. I was so good at that. Oh my god. I literally felt like I was like a professional drummer. Okay. Lil bro friend Jacob. What are his thoughts here? So I did see the Six of Cups. They are talking about immaturity, Amy, Six of Cups, because this talks about like childish behavior or acting as though you're a child. The Six of Cups It's always surrounding children. Um, and I don't really look at that as like immaturity per se, but I also go off of impressions and what spirits divide like downloading to me directly or whatever. Um, and to me, when I saw Six of Cups, I just immediately heard child. So to me, I was like, okay, what's a child like? Doing immature things, doing silly things. Sometimes when kids like you, they're mean to you. So there could be something like that going on here where picking on you seems to be a natural thing to do just because they're trying to get attention from you, even if it feels negative. They're trying to get your attention. He could also be just pretty competitive as it is, trying to treat you like one of the guys, one of the bros, but I do have the Ace of Cups here. So I feel like there was definitely like this is his way of flirting, I suppose, trash talking or something. Yep, that bully energy. Yeah, because in the call I was Jacob, why are you just an asshole to me? Yeah. It's a because here's the thing, if he's not being a jerk, then he's not drawing your attention to him. And I think that he was trying to figure out a way that he it's kind of like, when a kid is acting out and they're like, well, any attention is better than no attention, even if it's negative attention, it's better than nothing. So I think for him, it's just like a mix between not really knowing how to interact with women, not really knowing how to express himself, um, a little bit of immaturity there because what is he? Teens, early 20s, late teens, something like that. So I feel like it was just a mix of all of that together. So he could be crushing out. We did have the Ace of Cups, so crushing on you. He was just trying to find a way to stand himself apart. And clearly it worked because you called him out on it. Yeah, no, 100%. Being afraid of women, so he bullies. Yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, give me another question about this. Okay, Gunner, can you stop scratching? Can you stop scratching the couch, please? Are you gonna be okay? I know the fireworks were scary. Yeah, Amy. Yeah, either you or Spirit. I'm trying to like round out your reading at this point because I was hitting a wall. That's really all I could say to you about why he was doing what he was doing. So I was saying that if you had another question related to this, I could pull a card for you. Because when I feel like I can kind of feel like when I'm hitting a wall and I don't have like anything else to say about the subject because I start repeating myself and just saying the same thing over and over. So when that happens, it makes me feel like the message is complete. But I also know you donated for an in depth reading, and I have the ability to pull another card or two. So I was saying that if you wanted to ask a question related to this, I could, see what they have to say about it. Hey James, welcome back. I'm just don't know how he really is seeing me. Like, has he seen me in person? Wait, he has seen me in person once. Okay, so what does he think of her physically? What does he think of her physically? What does he think of her physically? I think he doesn't fully understand how he feels for you, Amy. I think that he knows, like, you look good. Um, I think there's certain parts of you he likes, if you know what I mean. Um, we have the star here. This this woman is naked on this card. I feel like he's definitely attracted to you, but I think that he doesn't know his feelings. I think he doesn't know what's going on in him. It's like almost like he's hitting like a late puberty, and then when he gets around girls, he's just dumb. I think he's lacking experience. Yeah. I think he's just lacking experience and he doesn't really know how to like process these feelings. We do have 2 of Cups here. I'm definitely getting a sexual energy, Amy, but I think they come with feelings of confusion because you're he feels like there's nothing he can do about it. Like, I'm kind of hearing there's no way she'd be interested in me. And also, like, is that going to complicate things for my friendship with her brother? So I feel like he just doesn't know how to act. He's just goofy with it. Yep, 100%, Amy. That's what it is, girl. I feel like there's definitely sexual chemistry here. No, maybe not on your part, I don't know, but on his part. I think you're like a fantasy. That's basically it. Okay, so thank you, Amy. Right, and apparently when in doubt, bully my crush. Yes. Well, because he's trying to draw attention to himself, you know? So I think that's what it is. Absolutely. All right. You're welcome, Amy. Amy, do you and him live close to each other? I know you said he's only seen you once, and I know that they hang out online. So that's why I was wondering if there's a distance between you guys. But he's like looking at you like you're the girl next door. But I don't think we take that literally. I don't think we take that as in proximity. Oh, maybe. Okay. Okay. Well, then maybe maybe we take it literally. We do live a bit close. Okay. So I was gonna say, like, he's saying like girl next door is what I'm hearing. So, yeah. Maybe you're just like really nice and really down to earth and yeah, I think that's where the message is cutting off for me. But you're all from the same town. Did you hear about the shooting that happened where in your state? I saw that earlier today. Hey, Queen Libra, welcome in. We're not doing free reads anymore. That ended a couple hours ago. But if you want to like the live stream, if we hit 25 likes, we're going to do a free giveaway tonight. Ray, that sounds good. Thank you so much. Yeah, I heard it today. Let me see if I can send you the link. It just like when I was going to check my email, this article popped up. Okay. This is for, I don't remember, Amy, but that's the article that I linked. This is for James. Is that how it is where you live? Really? I didn't realize. Queen Libra, my Cash App. Oh, for some reason the comment isn't pinned. I'm sorry about that, guys. All right, Cash App is in the chat. What is Patty's feelings about James after the phone conversation? What is Patty's feelings about James after the phone conversation? What is Patty's feeling about James after the phone conversation? Oh, this is funny. Gift of the gab is what I'm seeing. Gift of the gab. James, you're a really good conversationalist. He's saying, she's saying he's got the gift of the gab. She really likes talking to you, James. She likes the back and forth, the banter. You're very, very good at conversation. And I think that she likes too that you everything she says you respond to. So like you don't if she says like A, B, and C, you don't just like respond to the last thing she says. You actually like respond to everything that she says. She likes that a lot. She likes that like you acknowledge everything and you don't just like respond to like the last bit of interest. Queen Libra, I got you. So you're doing the yes no question. I will save your question, Queen Libra, and we'll get you that answer shortly. There's a specific word that I'm trying to think of. Which I was talking about with. It seems to be the theme tonight because I had brought it up with IJ and brought it up with Lala as well. But it's like this feeling of like. The feeling is full circle, complete. Oh, checkpoint. That's the word I'm trying to think of. Checkpoint. So I feel like she's feeling like touching base with you tonight felt like a check-in or a checkpoint. Like she felt like this is giving her a update, I suppose, on where you guys stand. And so with that being said, she's feeling a lot better. 8 of Wands. So this conversation really put her at ease and provided some relief to her. We have vulnerability, self-doubt, opening up. So maybe those are some things that she was feeling. She needs to be kinder to herself is what I'm hearing. I don't know if that's something you told her, but she's like, I need to be kinder to myself. I put too much pressure on myself. I expect too much of myself. You said LOL, here I am thinking I was boring. No, not at all. Well, here's the thing is that I feel like she's like, you're one of the few people I can talk to for forever. Like, I feel like you guys get off the phone or you guys stop hanging out because you are adults with responsibilities. So it's like, well, I got to go do this thing now, or I've got to get to bed because I got to work in the morning. It's like, I think that if there were no restrictions, like obligation wise, I think that you guys would spend endless time together. Because I think that she really enjoys your company and she enjoys talking to you on the phone. I think also, too, James, don't discredit this because it's a big deal that you do help provide distraction sometimes from herself. Like if she's too much in her head or if she's stressed out about something, you can serve as a distraction or like a little mental retreat, so to speak, where she can kind of just shut her brain off and focus on something enjoyable. And that is like a big deal. How is she feeling after the phone conversation? How is she feeling towards James? Did you guys make plans to see each other? I don't know why I got that when I saw the Ace of Pentacles, but it feels like that. Now, I don't think she's changed her position. I don't think anything has changed for her in terms of what she's told you. Because I see here, Nine of Pentacles, independent energy, Nine of Wands, a little guarded, Four of Cups, still not ready to receive your offer. Oh, that's so sweet. Isn't that a like Radiant K? Or Reliant K, I think it is. Yeah, Reliant K is a song called Be My Escape. I think Reliant K is a Christian band, but I think everybody listened to them because they never sounded like a Christian band. So some of the words to that song, um, yeah, I was like, Radiant K doesn't sound right. And then I was like, no, it's Reliant. But like some of the words, like, because I've been housing all this doubt and insecurity, and I've been locked inside that house all the while you hold the key, and I've been dying to get out, and that might be the death of me. And even though there's no way in knowing where to go, I promise I'm going because I got to get out of here. Because I'm afraid that this complacency is something I can't shake. I got to get out of here, and I'm begging you to be my escape. I am a hostage to my own humanity, self-detained and forced to live in this mess I've made, and all I'm asking for you to do what you can with me, but I ask you to give what you already gave. And at the end it says, I fought you for so long, I should have let you in. Oh, how we regret those things we do, and all I was trying to do was save my own skin, but so were you. So maybe that could be a theme of your little relationship right now. She's like fighting herself, right? She's like, this is a mess that I've made. I'm not going to bring you down with me, but in the process, as time goes by, be my escape in the meantime, kind of thing. But yeah, I don't think that she's here ready to accept your offer. We do have the Four of Cups. She's saying, I haven't changed my position. I haven't changed my perspective, the Hangman. I still stand by what I said. But I think that this checkpoint or this check-in with you is putting her more at ease about your connection. And she's realizing, I think, that she was really scared for nothing. because I think that she just was very, very worried. Now you're gonna have that song stuck in my head for the rest of the night. Ray, I don't know if you did donate. If you did, that was like 10 minutes ago. Um, Let me know if you did because I didn't get a confirmation yet. And I just want to make sure that you know that. If you decided against donating again, that's cool too. Or if you're still in the process of donating, then just let me know kind of where we're at with that. And then Queen Libra, just check in with me real quick because we're about to get started on yours. James, you said, I think you're right. Oh, you did make plans. Sorry, I just saw that. Amy, have a good night. I'm so sorry. I know you were talking to me and I didn't get a chance to say anything, but have a good night. You made plans for tomorrow. Okay, that makes sense. Because I was like, I saw the Ace of Pentacles and I was thinking for some reason you guys made plans. James says, I think you're right. James, does that answer your question? Hopefully so. All right, Queen Libra, I'm going to shuffle for you now. Yeah, I was just worried I didn't really cheer her up. You did. You did. Here's the thing, James, she doesn't make that your responsibility. She's just happy that you're there. Sometimes I think men are taught, and again, I'm not gonna, but this is my impression. Men are taught that they have to be the fixers, that they have to be the ones that put things to action and find a solution to things, because they're traditionally the hunters, the providers, so like they always feel like they have to fix it or provide a solution. Whereas women are like, I'm not going to give you a solution. I'll give you advice if you want it, but I'm here to listen and you can speak your emotions to me. So don't have it in your head that you have to be the one to cheer her up. And if you don't cheer her up, that's not a reflection of you. And that's not a reflection of what she thinks of you. It's just she's going through her own thing and she doesn't make that your responsibility. Yeah, because I just don't want you to think you have to be the solution because you're not. And she doesn't expect you to be. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, James. She commented how I didn't even ask her, how she was, but it was more I was trying to keep her distracted. That makes sense. I think grief is a difficult process. Queen Libra, I'm shuffling for you now. I think grief is a difficult process because we, the ones that are not grieving, don't know if we should bring it up or not. It's difficult, but I've found that working through grief with my husband when he lost his dad and over the years is that he likes talking about his dad. He likes talking about him and who he was. And no, we don't talk about it every day. Like just in times like these, anniversaries, birthdays, Father's Day, things like that. But I think these people want you to bring them up because they don't want you to think that, or they don't want to think that other people forgot about them because they never have. So, but it's a hard thing to process grief and how to handle it for someone else. You never really know what's the right thing to say in those moments. And so I completely understand where you're coming from. But you did okay, James. You did okay. All right, so Queen Libra, did Hadia get my message that I don't want to be friends with her anymore? Did she get the message? She doesn't want to be friends with her anymore. So, Queen Libra, I am getting a yes. I typically don't elaborate on yes nos because if I was going to, then I would just have you donate for a mini because I can answer yes nos with more elaboration for a mini reading. But for the sake of the fact that I think this might be one of the first few times you donated to me, I think you've been here before, but and just because I am getting an impression on this reading, I do want to tell you what I'm seeing. And I am getting a yes that she's receiving this message, but I don't think she takes you seriously about it. I have the Three of Cups and the Sun, and this talks about like reunions. This talks about like getting together again. And so if she's seeing this, I don't know how seriously she's taking it. If the cards here talking about, oh, that's fine, she'll get over it and we'll be friends again, like that's kind of what it feels like to me. So I think that she thinks that maybe you're having an emotional response and you don't actually mean what you're saying. That's what it feels like. Now, I see for you the Six of Pentacles and the Magician, that you weren't getting what you felt was fair out of this connection. Maybe you were giving more to this connection than she was. So you took it upon yourself to cut that tie. And you very well are serious about this, but I don't think she's perceiving you to be serious. So I think she's kind of shrugging this off right now. I don't think that she's prepared to address this. Maybe she wants to see, you know, what else she can get out of you. So when she does respond, it might be more with like an attitude or a tone to try to see if she can get more out of you, if she can, you know, get more energy from you to respond to what she's saying. So she might be saying something that's aggravating, or annoying to hear, or like you feeling like you're not being heard because she's looking to get a reaction out of you or a response out of you. That is how I see that going. Now, in the off chance she doesn't respond, I think that she's just thinking that you'll get over it and eventually you guys will move past this. So Queen Libra, that is what I have for you tonight. Thank you for your donation. Yeah, she doesn't have anything to give, right? And you made the decision as the Magician to do what you felt was best for your own sanity, you know, like your mental health, your well-being. And that's valid. That's valid. I just don't know if she's going to take it as serious as you're intending it to be. She might just shrug it off and just be like, whatever, she'll get over it kind of thing. But I think either way, I basically what I'm getting is I don't think she's going to come to you and apologize. I don't think that she's going to try to find a way to repair this relationship in a humble way. That's what I feel. All right, let me just double check my donations for the night. Just make sure that I got to everyone. You feel like you're wasting your time. Yeah, I mean, you very well could be or are, and I just don't know if she's going to respect what you have to say or your decision, but I think that that is just going to be more validating that you made the right choice. Right. She might still, maybe not right away, but she might still. Oh, I'm sorry. You say you think she's dumb. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for the night. It doesn't look like I got any other donations for the evening, and because it was kind of slow, I don't want to stick around too long. I know everyone's kind of celebrating with their families, and oh, Queen Libra. Okay, cool. What is your other question? All right, let me see here. Well, I did get accepted to nursing school we applied to. Well, I did get accepted to nursing school they applied to. Okay, I am getting a yes that she will be accepted. I don't even know if she's gonna go. So I'm getting, because you said, will she graduate? I'm getting a no. But I don't know if that's because she's not applying herself or if she just ends up not going anymore because that was the plan that you guys had together, maybe. Or maybe she's worried that, like, that's gonna cause problems or whatever. But I do think she'll be accepted. Queen of Swords, Three of Pentacles, but I don't think that she's either going to go or graduate. I'm getting a no. We do have the Page of Swords here. So I feel like when she applied, she had a lot of intention and motivation to graduate. But I have her here as the page, meaning that it's kind of over before it starts. So either she starts school and doesn't get very far, or she just doesn't go at all, is what it feels like to me. Yeah, she'd have to spend more money to get it accepted. Oh, gotcha. Okay, makes sense. Queen Libra, um, before I sign off, and just, I don't want to cut you off, so I want to make sure that um, your questions are answered in full, but more importantly, that you're not planning on donating again before I sign off, because I don't want to like cut you off or anything. Well, Queen Libra, that would be another new question. But if I were to go off of my intuition based off of your first question, then I would say yes, because I don't think that I don't like, we'll just put it this way, I don't like the way she's responding to your message. Like, I don't like her reaction. Her energetic reaction to me feels disrespectful. So yeah, that would require, I think, a deeper dive into that to figure out what's going on there. But yeah, you're welcome. You're very welcome. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I don't know who else is in here. Unfortunately, we didn't hit 25 likes tonight, so I'm not gonna do a giveaway. Maybe next time. I am off Monday and Tuesday, per usual. You guys should be able to see me again on Wednesday evening. I hope you guys have a good rest of your night and next couple of days until I see you again. Have a good day, everyone. Bye. Bye, Queen Lee.